If your partner says, "I need space," it doesn't mean she's cheating. It means she's emotionally overwhelmed. Here's the truth. Emotional distance is almost always a communication breakdown, not a betrayal. In this video, I'll give you 3 psychology-backed steps to rebuild connection, and the one question you should never ask. Before we dive into the specific phrases, let's understand what's actually happening psychologically. Dr. John Gottman, who spent over 40 years studying thousands of couples at the University of Washington, found that emotional withdrawal is the #1 predictor of relationship dissatisfaction, not infidelity. In fact, his research shows that 67% of relationship conflicts are actually about feeling unseen or unheard, not about the surface issue itself. When someone says, "You don't understand me anymore," they're often expressing a need for emotional safety, not hiding a secret. The real question isn't, are they hiding something? It's, has our emotional connection weakened? And here's the good news. That's fixable. Let's break down the first phrase. When your partner says, "I feel like you don't really understand me anymore," or "You don't know me the way you used to," it's easy to hear this as criticism or even rejection. But let's look at what the research says. Dr. Sue Johnson, the founder of Emotionally Focused Therapy, explains that this is what she calls a protest behavior. It's not an accusation. It's a cry for connection. Your partner is essentially saying, "I need you to see me again. I miss feeling close to you." Instead of getting defensive or shutting down, try this. What's one thing I could do right now to understand you better? That simple question does 2 things. 1, it shows you're listening, not attacking. 2, it opens the door for a real conversation instead of an argument. Men who lead with curiosity instead of defensiveness are 73% more likely to resolve relationship conflicts successfully, according to a 2023 study published in the Journal of Marriage and Family. Now let's talk about the second phrase. "I need some space," or "I just want some time to myself." This one triggers a lot of anxiety in men, and I understand why. It can feel like rejection or abandonment. But let's step back and look at this objectively. Dr. Esther Perel, the renowned relationship therapist, explains that a request for space is often a request for autonomy, not a signal of betrayal. In her work, she's found that healthy relationships require both connection and independence. When someone says they need space, they're often saying, "I'm feeling overwhelmed, and I need to regulate my emotions before I can reconnect." If she say, "I need space," and she actually spends time alone, journaling, walking, reflecting, it means she genuinely needs solitude to recharge. If she say, "I need space," and she remains highly active on social media, going out, meeting friends constantly, it means the issue is emotional distance from you, not from everyone. Give space without resentment. Set a check-in time. Say this, "I hear you. Can we talk in 24 hours? I want to give you space, but I also want to reconnect." This respects her need while keeping the door open for communication. The third phrase is one of the most common and one of the most misunderstood. It's not about you. When you notice changes in her behavior, she's more distant, less affectionate, or seems distracted, and you ask what's wrong, this phrase often appears. And on the surface, it sounds reassuring. But let's examine what's really happening. Psychologically, this is often what therapists call protective distancing. Your partner might be struggling with something she doesn't know how to share: work stress, family issues, personal anxiety, or even depression. Saying, "It's not about you," is her way of saying, "I'm not ready to talk about this yet, and I don't want you to worry." If you accept this at face value and stop asking questions, the emotional distance can grow. The silence creates a wedge. Instead of backing off completely, try this. "I'm here when you're ready. I love you, and I want to support you, but I can only do that if you let me in." This communicates that you care without being pushy. It invites connection without demanding it. The fourth phrase is one of the hardest to identify because it sounds completely reasonable. I'm going through a difficult time, or I have a lot on my mind lately. When you hear these words, your natural reaction is compassion. You want to be supportive, and you should be. But here's where you need to pay attention. A person who is genuinely struggling emotionally often turns toward their partner for comfort and reassurance. If she's pulling away from you while using this explanation, that's a signal worth noticing. When someone in a relationship says they're struggling but excludes you from their struggle, it often means they don't feel safe being vulnerable with you. And that's not necessarily her fault. It might be a dynamic you've both created. Don't just accept the explanation and walk away. Say this: I'm sorry you're going through this. I want to be there for you. Would you feel comfortable telling me more about what's going on? If she still says no, give her space, but make it clear the door is open. And check in again in a few days. Now, here's the fifth phrase, and this one often comes after you've noticed something feels off. You're just being insecure. This is a tricky one. On one hand, you might be genuinely reacting to a pattern of behavior. On the other hand, your partner might be feeling defensive and projecting that back onto you. When someone dismisses your concerns by labeling you as insecure, it can be a form of emotional invalidation. It shuts down the conversation and makes you question your own perception. This is sometimes called gaslighting, but we need to be careful. Sometimes, people who are genuinely not doing anything wrong can become defensive if they feel unfairly accused. If she says, "You're just insecure," and you have no concrete evidence, just a feeling, it likely means she may be frustrated by repeated distrust. If she says, "You're just insecure," and you have observable patterns, secrecy, distance, changed behavior, it likely means she's avoiding accountability. Here's the one question you should never ask. Are you cheating on me? Why? Because it puts her on the defensive immediately. Instead, lead with facts and feelings. I've noticed specific behavior, and it makes me feel distant from you. Can we talk about what's going on? This is called an I statement. It's non-accusatory and invites conversation instead of conflict. So here's the actionable answer to the question. How do you know if emotional distance is a sign of cheating or just a rough patch? Step 1. Look at the pattern, not the phrase. Is this a new behavior or a recurring cycle? If it's new, it's worth exploring. If it's a pattern, it might be a deeper dynamic in your relationship that needs addressing. Step 2. Have a calm, non-accusatory conversation. Use I statements. Say, "I've noticed we feel distant lately. I miss you. Can we talk about it?" This invites connection, not conflict. Step 3. Consider professional support. 75% of couples who attend therapy report improved communication within 3 months. Source: American Psychological Association, 2022. Therapy isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of commitment. The goal isn't to catch someone. It's to reconnect. Emotional distance is almost always fixable with the right communication tools. But it requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to listen without defensiveness. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've done to strengthen emotional connection in your relationship? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else going through the same thing. And if you found this video valuable, share it with a friend who might need to hear it. Sometimes the best thing we can do for each other is share the tools that help us build stronger, healthier relationships. I'm Mr. Apex. This is Apex Masculine Mind Building Stronger Men, Stronger Relationships, and Stronger Lives. See you in the next one.